Hey guys, here Mark the Geek. In this video, I want to share with you guys my review of the LG G3. I got this phone since July 11th, and exactly today would be 3 weeks or 24 days if you want to be exact. This has been my daily driver since day one, and I think it's about time for me to share my review of the LG G3. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the pros or the things that I love the most of the LG G3. And to begin with, let's go ahead and talk about the screen, which is one of my favorite features of this phone. This phone has a 5.5 IPS LCD screen, which is considered Quad HD or 2K, however you want to call it. And I gotta say, this screen just looks gorgeous. Everything that you see in this screen, it looks beautiful. YouTube videos, Netflix videos, video gaming on this screen and everything. LG includes a couple videos already at 2K. That way you can see how this phone would perform with a real Quad HD video like this one right here you're seeing. And I gotta say, one of the best features of this phone is obviously that I love is the Quad HD 2560 by 1440 screen. Another thing that I like about this phone is the speed. Here on this phone, you got a Snapdragon 801, which is clocked at 2.5 gigahertz, of course, a quad core, and it has 3 gigabytes of RAM, which is awesome. That combination right there provides a very, very smooth experience, especially when you're playing games with high-end graphics that require a lot of hardware. This phone won't lag at all when it comes to that. So I've been having a very good time, very good experience here, especially considering that it's pushing a 2K screen. You know, a lot of people thought it was going to be maybe a little bit laggy or something like that. But honestly, my personal experience in these couple of weeks, I haven't experienced no lag whatsoever when it comes to turning on and off the phone as well. The other feature that I love about the LG G3 is the camera. Over here in the back, you got a 13 megapixel camera. In the front, you have a 2.1 megapixel camera. Both cameras record at 1080p. The rear camera records at 4K at 40 frames per second. And of course, one of the favorite features here that you're not going to find on any other smartphone is a laser right here. This right here is a laser that it helps to autofocus very, very fast to objects or anything you're taking a picture of. That combined with optical images stabilization, I gotta say, it's kind of hard for me to not take a great picture with this phone, which is awesome. Something that I can't say about a lot other phones. Of course, you have a dual flash here, which should take a better pictures in the dark than other cameras. I don't really use the flash. I'm not that type of person that like using flash, but it takes good flash pictures. And of course, I like the camera. The camera app looks very nice, very simple, very easy to use, and that's it. Now let's talk about the battery life of this phone. This phone has a 3000 milliamp hour battery, like you see right there, and of course it's removable, which is very good. With this phone, I've been getting great battery life when it comes to when I'm working. That's when I most use the phone, more heavy user. So basically, I've been getting over 10 hours, around 10 hours of battery life. But when I'm off on my day off, that I use the phone with a lot more normal usage, like watching videos here and there, and you know, browsing the web, checking Flipboard and my social networks, I've been getting over 15 hours of battery life. So yeah, I've been having a good battery life with this phone, which I'm pretty surprised because of course it has a very very high resolution screen, but it's not affecting the phone at all. And this phone also has a battery saver mode, and guess what, ever since day one I haven't even used it, because and basically on all the other phones that I get, I normally use the battery saver mode, but on this phone I have not used it at all. LG G3 also has 32 gigabytes of internal storage. Honestly, if you ask me, that should be the minimum storage on every Android phone. But of course, you can also put a micro SD card up to 128 gigabytes. Right here, like you see, I have a 32 gigabytes installed. And of course, the internal 32 gigabytes. Right now I have 16 gigabytes available. But like you see there, very awesome. Honestly, like I said before, I love phones with 32 gigabytes and up, and that's the way it should be. Of course, you can move apps to the SD card as well. other feature that I like about this phone is the security features. This phone has the knock code, which is a pattern that you create, like you see there, to unlock your phone. And the great thing is that it goes straight to your home screen. You don't even have to turn on the phone with the power button and go to the screen and then enter a code or enter a pattern. No, with the phone completely off, the screen completely off, you could just knock and enter your code, and that's it. You go straight to the lock screen, to the home screen, which is awesome. This is great because on almost every smartphone that I have, I barely ever use a security feature like the pin code or the swipe pattern. So honestly, this phone is actually helping me be a little bit more secure by entering the code, and it unlocks the phone very fast. Very, very awesome. I recommend, if you get this phone, make sure you try the knock code and give it a try. You might like it, and for me, it's way faster than entering a pin code, and it's way faster than entering a pattern. Of course, the other feature that I love about this phone is the design. I gotta say, LG did a great job when it comes to designing this phone. I like the fact that it has the buttons in the back. One thing that I thought I was not gonna like, but it feels natural when I'm holding the phone just like this. You know, my fingers are right there. You know, the home button right here, the volume and the up and down button. Very easy, accessible. It makes the phone look a lot more cleaner as well because it has no buttons in the front, has no buttons in the side. But I like the way it feels. A lot of people say that they don't like it, but honestly, I do like it. I do like the way it feels. I like the fact that they made this rear cover look like brushed metal. Of course, it comes in different colors. I think there's like 3 colors available. And I like that it feels like brushed metal and it looks like brushed metal, but it's actually plastic. But they did a great job there too. So when it comes to design, I love this design of this phone. Of course, it has a 5.5 inch screen, so a couple years back, 5.5 inch screen would have been a big, huge phone. But thanks to the job that they did with the bezels here, it still feels like a very normal phone, one-handed, easy to manage, and very, very pocket friendly. And now let's talk about the things that I do not like about the LG G3 so far, things that have been bothering me. And to begin with, I gotta say it's the auto brightness. I'm one of those that use the auto brightness religiously. I like the fact that when you turn on the auto brightness and the phone needs to get brighter, gets brighter, and when it needs to get darker, it gets darker. And I like that feature on almost every Android phone that I've owned. But here on this phone, I don't like it. You know, it stays dark too long. Even when it needs to go back to brighter, it stays dark, and I find myself always disabling the auto brightness and controlling the brightness myself here on the notification center. Another thing that I've been noticing since day one is that this phone is not that fast when it comes to download speeds in the network. I've been noticing it because, you know, I had the Galaxy Note 3 before, and I also used the Galaxy S5 sometimes here and there. And I've been noticing that at the same spots where I get good service with those phones, on this phones, it feels a lot more slower. Also, when watching YouTube videos, they've been freezing a lot, they've been lagging a lot, stuttering a lot, and places where it used to run perfectly good on other smartphones that I've had. Of course, this is a problem that could be unique to me. You know, it could be unique to my phone right here. But, you know, this is a problem that I truly notice, and that's why I'm bringing it up here on the video. Should you buy or not buy this phone? Honestly, hell yes. This phone is very beautifully made. It has an awesome screen. It's very fast. It has an awesome camera. It has a great design. It feels great in your pocket. It has great battery life. And I love it. I love the way this phone feels and looks in my hand. And of course, this is the T-Mobile version. And this phone, you could get it on Verizon, AT&T. And most likely, this is going to be available on a lot other carriers as well. But I gotta say, this phone just feels very awesomely in your hand. I love the way it looks. I love how fast it feels. I love the way the videos looks on this phone. And you're not gonna regret it. If you get this phone, you're not gonna regret buying this phone. And of course, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this phone wins the best phone of 2014 when World Mobile Congress comes up. Last year, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the HTC One, the phone that won that prize, the best phone of the year. So I wouldn't be surprised if 2014 this is the best phone of the year. I love everything about this phone, even though that I mentioned those cons. Those cons can be only uniquely to my phone. These are problems that I could be having on my phone, and problems that can be fixed with an update firmware. And of course, mine is the T-Mobile version. I recommend going to your Verizon, to AT&T, or to Sprint and trying it out. Pick it up, put it in your hand, put it in your pocket, try it out. I think you're gonna love this phone, and honestly, I don't regret buying this phone. So guys, this is it. This was my personal review after 3 weeks of usage of the LG G3. Thanks for watching the videos. If you like the video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Till next time, guys.